There's a lot of information I'm going to be talking about. My last take was 3 minutes and it was just water, so I'm going to make this fast and quick. And if you want me to explain later, I'll make a longer version. Anyways, I'm an interaction teacher. This is for my project. One, water. Oh yeah, I'm doing water, salt, and sugar. So, water. Well, what is it? It's a color one. Don't mind the hat, by the way. That's not important. It is a polar colorblind. How do I know it's polar and why is it clairvoyant? Okay, well, I'll tell you. Essentially, H2O, HO, 3.5 minus 2.2, electronic negativity, En equals, and then whatever I just said. It equals 1.3. And from 4 to 1.7 is polar clairvoyant. That's going to be important later. I'm not going to be explaining it. Cool. Um, Intermolecular forces. Also, I have the paper right here. I'm going to go through all of it in order for each of them, just so you know. Inter blah 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 forces. Hydrogen bonds. Hydrogen bonds. Some dipole, dipole. I don't know how to pronounce it. Those two, those are only in polar clairvoyance though, and that's gonna be important later with sugar and salt. Um, London, that's in literally everything, so it's kind of cool. But no, it's hydrogen bonds, right? And the structure I have right here is the top one. Let me see if it, yeah, right there. I'm gonna get into that too. So what is it? Okay, well there's 8 total electronics, and then there's 4 bonding, 2 lones, and then these 2 are connected bonds, which is pretty cool. Um, I forgot. Let me look at the paper. Physical property. A really cool physical property is it can turn to ice. Now, a chemical property, which most people get ice, and I don't know how to really do a chemical property. It might not have one. I don't really know. But I essentially just did a physical property relating and observing. So let me put that in there. It's going to go, it melts it freezes at 0 degrees Celsius or 32 Fahrenheit if you're weird like me. And how that works is it literally just slows down the molecules. They get dense, compressed, kind of. No kinetic energy. The lack of it makes it ice. Salt. Again, 2 minutes and 30 seconds just for water. I apologize if it's too long. Salt. Na and Cl. Sodium and choline. Essentially, salt's weird. Salt's really weird. So let's get into that. It's ionic, by the way, if you didn't know, it's ionic. It's just 3 minus 0.93 equals 2.1. Ionic, it's above 1.7. Cool. So what's the intermolecular forces? No dipole because it's not polar clairvoyant. Hydrogen bonds? I don't know. If you count strong attraction force as a as one of those, then yes. There's 8 electrons. Let me show you the Lewis structure. It's the second one right there. Don't mind this. That's sugar. Sugar's weird. Right? This counts, by the way. It transfers because it's ionic, so they don't actually have much connecting or loans. But essentially, cool physical property, it's solid. It has a high susceptibility in water, which is really cool. And if you look at the chemical property, another physical properties, it melts at 800 degrees Celsius, 1,000 something Fahrenheit. A cool chemical properties, it dissociates in water. So that's it, right? Sugar. Sugar is very, very weird. If you want to see how it's broken down, it is 12 carbon, 22 hydrogen, and 11 oxygen. The Lewis structure is complicated too. There actually isn't one. There isn't one. There's a structure. There's a structure, but I don't think it's the Lewis structure that you want. But I still made one. I didn't want to do it empty-handed. Anyways, what is it? It's clairvoyant. It's clairvoyant. And you probably said, oh, how did you figure that out? There's 3 of them, right? There's oxygen, carbon, and hydrogen. Well, if you take the oxygen, you minus it from the hydrogen, it's 2.1, and vice versa with the carbon too. So no matter what, it's a polar clairvoyant. Which is cool. And since it's a polar clairvoyant, using what we used earlier in empiric knowledge, yeah, it has dipole. It has hydrogen bonds, dipole bonds. London isn't essentially everything, so that's cool. A cool physical property. Flammable. I think that's counts as chemical property, along with non-reducible water makes essentially it just waters its stain, right? Cool physical property, no smell. It's odorless. High susceptibility in water mixes well. I would say that's essentially what it means. And yeah, 5 minutes and 20 seconds. I am so sorry. Is there anything else I actually need to do? Huh. Okay, well, it's all correct information. I guess I gotta show you the Lewis structure, which isn't really a Lewis structure, but it's still a structure. So this is actually really neat. This shouldn't count. Look at this. Last year, this should be one connecting right there, kind of. Last year I had to do this too in biology, and it's so cool because all of these, essentially, I mean, obviously it does equal the, again, my little note sheet that I have here, wrote it all down. The 22, 12, 11 is all shoved in here, essentially, which is very, very cool. Okay, cool, bye, it's 6 minutes. Damn, I am so